Hello?
Good evening, Teacher
Hello?
Deann.
Good evening.
How
Hello?
are you today? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How about me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, that's great. I'm good. I'm doing well now, even though my cheek or a part of my cheek is a little bit swelling. How about you?
Um, Also a busy day, and actually, I can't finish my work because it's too many, and so I put tomorrow.
Mhm.
If I keep doing that, I think I would arrive home
Mhm.
at at 9 p.m. I think.
Okay, I see. So you will have, or you did have your overtime, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So you must have been very tired.
Yeah, a little.
A little. Don't worry because we will just have the introductory part of our lesson in the Unit 4. We are now already in the Unit 4 of your ML03. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready for class.
Great. So this time, again, we will have Unit 4 change, taking part in meetings 2. Okay, so in
Mm.
this lesson or in this unit, we will talk about past simple and present perfect grammar as of the grammar part. But we will talk a lot about um, something or topics that would be related to reading, listening, vocabulary, language review, skills, case study, that has also something to do with the focus taking part in meetings too. Okay, so the highlight of our unit 4 is change. Okay,
Okay.
so in the overview here we will have in the reading change in retailing, listening managing change, vocabulary describing change, language review, past simple and perfect and present perfect tenses, skills
Mm.
we have taking part in meetings too, and case study acquiring metro. Okay, so what animal, as you can see in the picture, what do you think is
Mm,
that animal?
I think it's a chameleon.
Hmm, a chameleon. So what is a chameleon known for? Or what is its, maybe, its nature?
Israel change his color of the skin to adapt where it is,
Mhm.
and in order to avoid the attack from its enemy.
Okay, very good. So one nature or the distinct nature of a chameleon is its ability to change in color and adapt the color to its environment. So that in that way they will be protected from their enemies. So they can have or they can just stick themselves into this leaf, for example, turn into the same color with the leaf, and then the enemy will not see them. Okay,
Yeah.
so they will not be able to catch them. So this time, let us have here a quote from Charles Darwin. So it says, can you read?
Yes, it's not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the most responsive to change.
Okay, so this word, the one that has encircled or that has been encircled is species.
Okay, species.
Okay, or species in some pronunciation. So it's usually species, or in some pronunciations it is species or species. So this time It's not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the most responsive to change. What do you think about that?
Mm, because it's not so stronger like elephants. So it doesn't like big as elephants, and doesn't like strong maybe as lion or tiger or bear, and it's also not like not very smart like dolphin, but it can adapt to environment to protect itself.
Mhm. Okay, very good. So you mean that we cannot assure that even though you are the biggest animal or maybe the strongest animal, you cannot assure that you are the longest to live, right? So
Yeah.
you will not, or the animals cannot assure, or those kinds of animals cannot assure that they are the ones who can survive the longest, but the most intelligent and the most responsive to change, like this chameleon.
Yeah.
Okay, so mostly there are smaller species, weaker species that are most likely to survive longer than those of the strongest. So it doesn't matter how strong you are, like people, right? So it doesn't matter how strong you are, maybe your educational background, but if you don't have a distinct intelligence in a certain field, or you are not adaptive to a field, especially in your work, or you are not adaptive to the environment that you are working with, then you cannot survive well, especially when you are in a field of your job, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I think most of the employers would not look at your your resume or your resume with, or I think they do not, or it doesn't matter to them whether your resume has a lot of qualifications or if you had a lot of experience. What matters to them is your ability to work with them or your skills, for example, right? So how about you? Is that true with your field of work?
Yes. I think quickly adapt to work is very important, and um, because I just take my job not so long, so uh, I didn't have so don't have many experience, and thus I think the manager or my boss will think uh, how I can do a thing right is the most important.
Mhm. Okay, so they do not look at what you have in your resume, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Sometimes they look at it to see that you are really qualified for it, but mostly or most likely they do not have that one as the basis for hiring you. Okay, sometimes it's the personality, your skills, right?
Yes.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so also sometimes the reason why some employees resign early is because they fail to respond to the change of environment that they have. Right? So some
Yeah.
employees last long even if it is hard in their jobs because they're already adapted to the environment of the work that they have, right?
Yes.
Yes. How about you? Are you already um, did you already adapted to those or to the work that you have right now or to the environment that you have right now in your field?
I think I adapt the environment for my work right now, but I still adapting and still learning the work, my work
Mm-hmm.
of this job because um I think I started to I really started to um recognize what my job is since I came back from the um from the my business trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and another reason is one of my colleagues will leave us at, on October 31. So I need to um, learn. I right now I'm learning her what she is doing every day, and I'm learning the things of her job. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, and it's not so easy. There are many things to need to care for and need to um, yes need to prepare for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I understand that because you will be learning the work of your colleague, right?
Yes,
Yes, okay. So sometimes even if we are already adapted to the work that we have, we are still subject to difficulties, right? So we cannot get away with those things. It is a part of a life, even at work. So that's why you have your new challenge, and I think you can do that. You can survive that one, like the chameleon that we have in the picture. Okay, so anyway, thank you for your idea about our introduction of the lesson. So this time we will have starting up. But before that, do you have any addition, any ideas that you want to share?
no, I think that's all, and thank you.
You're welcome. Now, this time in the starting up, let us have letter A. Which of these situations would you find the most difficult to deal with? We have here losing a lot of money, moving house, moving to another country, losing your job, a new boss, new neighbors, driving abroad, and getting married. So, which one of these situations do you find difficult?
I think moving to another country is the most difficult thing for me
Mm-hmm.
because all of the environments, custom, and tradition will be different. Is are difference between two countries, and when I'm moving to a different country, I need to adapt the new one. That means I need to uh, get used get used in get used my new life in a foreign country. And I think it is difficult and it will take a long time to adapt it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so above all these options that we have here, you think moving to another country is the most difficult thing because you need to adapt to the environment, custom, and tradition, and for you, it is not too easy, right?
Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So you can, or you think that losing a lot of money would not be that difficult. Moving house, losing job, a new boss, new neighbors, traveling abroad, and getting married are not too difficult, right?
Mm, it doesn't mean I think like losing of not lots of money, losing my job, and a new boss, have a new boss, or getting married are also difficult because. Um, but I think moving to another country is the most difficult because things everything gets changed and like lost a lot of money or lost my job. If I still in Taiwan, I, I'm still in Taiwan. I could um maybe I could my family or my friends could help me, or I can uh prepare for earn the money back, or find another job, or prepare for finding another job. Yes, but moving to another country, it means all uh, every most of people uh, in the new environments are strange for me. And
I mean, most of the people find it difficult to adapt to new or to the new environment, right?
yes,
I see. Okay, and that is true, actually. Okay, so when you move to another country, the most difficult thing for you, because everything is new, right? Like the environment, even the food that you eat
yes,
will be different from the thing that you have in your own country. So I think that is one of the most difficult things to do. Actually, all of these have different difficulties. It just depends to the person who has or who is in that certain situation. Okay,
yes,
so maybe for them, driving abroad will be the most difficult. A new boss will be the most difficult, or losing a lot of money will be the most difficult. Okay, so that would be um, the answer that you will have in letter A. So do you want to add anything else with this one?
mm, no, I still think moving to another country is the most difficult one.
Okay, so you think it's the most difficult one. So let us have letter B. Okay, so in
Okay.
letter B, what has been the most significant change in your life?
Actually, for me, is the most significant change is I I had a relationship with my first boyfriend and then broke up with him.
Okay, so why did you consider it as the most significant change in your life?
Because my first boyfriend was a classmate of my senior high school, and because because of him, I quickly made and recognize many classmates, and then became friends with them, and some of them are my best friend until now. And yes, without him, I can't make so many friends in my senior high school. And and when but I think I was very infantile uh, at that time because I think um, I thought um, mm, the relationship with him is the most important things, and even important than my family, my friends, and I think it is still so stupid. And when after I broke up with him, I was very sad, and but it's my but was my family was both my family and my friends were always always accompanying with me, thus I can forget him. And yes, but I appreciate I am so appreciative to him because uh, with him I have many experience, and I made many friends. And yes, and then I recognized how stupid I was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had a lot of experiences with him. Okay, so you were um really in love with that person, right? So you really that's why it was really significant. Okay. So I understand that. So because most of the people, especially women, they give a lot in love, right? So they
Yeah.
have or they almost give everything in love so that they can um have their partners with them, okay, forever, okay, or so that the partners would stay with them. Okay, so
Mhm.
I think that would be really a valid answer. Okay, so do you have any questions in this part?
No, I don't have any question about this part.
Okay, no questions about this part. Now let's have the letter C. Which of these business situation would you worry the most? Okay, so we have here number one, you read in the paper that your company will probably be merging with another company. Number two, you keep your job after a merger, but you are in a less powerful position. Number three, your company has to relocate to the other side of the city. Number four, you are asked to relocate to a dangerous foreign country. Number five, you are promoted but are now in charge of a hostile workforce. Number six, you have to move from an open plan office sharing your boss's office. Number seven, you have to work with a completely new computer system. And number eight is you have to decide who to make redundant in your new department after a merger. So can you tell me what your answer is?
Yes. I think number four, the situation to
Mm-hmm.
relocate to a dangerous foreign country is the most difficult thing for me. And as I just said in a party, yes, it is the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
So not, it is difficult for me when I need to move to a foreign country, and not to mention to relocate to a dangerous foreign country, and have to work there.
Okay, so the situation I would be worried the most, that would be, instead of worry, that would be worried, is
Oh, okay.
okay, because you have used the word would be worried, so that would be past. The most is being asked to relocate, so that word is relocate or relocate, I mean.
Okay, relocate.
Okay, to relocate to a dangerous foreign country. As I just said in the part A, moving to a foreign country is the most difficult thing for me, not to mention to relocate to a dangerous foreign country and have to work there. Of course, who would have wanted to move to a place that is really dangerous, right?
Yes.
Yes, but actually that is really happening, especially I don't know a lot of the employees here, but I know for teachers, some of the government assigned teachers, they are being sent to places that are um really sometimes dangerous, up in the
Mhm.
mountains or in um a place where some terrorist group would um, live, or in a city that is mostly a ghost town at night, like situations like that. So it is really happening. And actually, the government has allocated a hazard pay to those employees moving to a dangerous city so that if anything happens to them, then they can be insured. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. How about in your country? Do you do the same, or is there something quite the same with that?
Mm, since I don't know the policy or about the country needs somebody to go to for a dangerous foreign country. So I didn't how it work.
Hmm. Okay, but do you know someone who already had an experience or already has an experience in working in a dangerous place or in a dangerous city?
Mm, I think a reporter is because I I I have read I have
Hmm.
read the
I have
novel.
read.
Oh, okay, I have read the novels or maybe the news to see uh, many reporters need to go to a dangerous foreign country and to get the news.
Mhm. Yes, I think that is true because here in the Philippines we have a certain reporter. If you have heard about the news of Iraq, like Iraq is a place before that has a lot of terrorists, right?
Yes.
So American soldiers were able to be sent there for a mission so that the city would be safe. So one reporter coming from the Philippines went there. Actually, while she was filming a certain report, a bomb just exploded at her back, okay, or near, okay, the place where she is. Okay, so just behind her. So I think one of the most dangerous jobs is to be a reporter.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, so have you had any dangerous jobs in mind?
Mm, I think a firecracker,
Oh,
firecracker is also dangerous. They don't need, they don't have to go to a dangerous foreign country, but sometimes they also need to go to a high mountain to rescue some people. Yes,
yes, I
it's
agree.
also a dangerous job.
Okay, so the firefighters, yes, they risk their
Okay.
job. Yeah. Okay, so that is the firefighters. Those people or those employees risk their lives in saving people who are trapped in fire. Okay, so that is one dangerous job too. So thank you for sharing your ideas about this one. So do you have any addition or any ideas that you want to tell me?
Mm, no, I think that's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay, so this time let us have the reading part below. Okay, so in the reading part we have change in retailing. So what is your idea about retailing? I know that you really have an idea about that. So can you tell me?
Retail is to sell the goods not so many quantity.
What do you mean?
Like convenience store, we can buy a drink or some potato chips by one package or one bottle, only one bottle. And
Okay.
yes, and if it's not if it's a store not if it's not retail like us, because my company is a textile supplier, and we we usually supply the textile with many quantity, like um like um uh one or one one fabric with 100 or 1,000 yard or meter. Yes.
Okay. So thank you for idea with retailing, and that is correct. Okay, so retailing is the activity of selling goods to the public in stores or on the internet, and retailing is not selling the whole amount or like all of the amounts that you have or a certain big amount, okay, of goods that you have. So it is usually selling just one shirt or maybe just two shirts or three pants, okay, and anything that you can sell. So this can be an activity in the in stores or in on the internet. Okay, so this time let us have change in retailing. Let us discuss first letter A. Let us look at the following questions.
Okay.
Discuss which department stores have you visited in your own country or abroad. Okay, so first, which department stores have you visited in your own country or in your abroad?
Um, because I visit depart there are many department stores in Taiwan, and I have visited some of them, but not so usually, because most of the goods in department store are so expensive. Yes.
Okay, so where do you usually go?
Usually, you mean go to the department's which floor or go to another place?
Oh, I mean, where do you usually go to buy like um, your clothes or your accessories, your bag? Where do you usually buy them?
I usually buy my clothes in uh in the shops, in the markets,
Okay, in
and
the market.
also yes, and also um in the shop around the schools, because um, because the things will be more cheap.
Okay, so
Yes,
it is cheaper, right?
yes.
Instead of more cheap, it is cheaper. Okay. Okay, so this time, thank you for answering that one. Let us discuss question number one. So, I think you're right. There are markets that sell the same goods but in a lower price. Okay, I think malls have higher prices than those goods that are outside the mall, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you prefer buying that one or your clothes outside the mall than inside, right?
Yes.
Yes. So first, what were your impressions?
As I just said, that I seldom visit department stores to buy cosmetic or clothes. So for me, there isn't so different between the department stores. Um, maybe because um, the most point for me maybe is the toilets is clean or
Mm-hmm.
not. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so there aren't a lot of differences, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can have this one.
Okay.
Okay. Since it isn't so different, you can say there aren't a lot of differences between the department stores that I visited. Okay, so I think yes, I agree because they still offer the same goods. I think the goods in the mall are most expensive or more expensive. I think because the the retailers would pay for the rent in their place in the mall. They also have to pay for the rent, and that's why there is an added price or an added amount to the regular price of a certain good, right, or a certain product.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, yep. Let us have number two. What in or what in your view should a 21st century department store look like?
Mm, I think 21 century department store should be modern or with bright color and nice service. Actually, I don't know.
Okay, so a 21st century department store should be modern with bright hall and a nice service. Yeah, so I think 21st century department stores should have a more high tech equipment.
Mhm.
Maybe they can have or they can incorporate equipments that would make shopping easier for the customers, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So I think there are a lot of things that a 21st century department store can improve actually. So as time goes by, there would be a lot of improvements that we can have. So this time, do you have any addition to your answer in number two?
Mm, yes, maybe can. Mm, well, sometimes because sometimes my mom will go to a department store for some um, um, bond news
Mm-hmm.
when there are when there is there is an activity. And I think it can be more easier because sometimes we need to go, my mom need to go on a high floor because the customer service was there, and we on we only can go there for the bonus or the gift in such a high floor, and I think it's not so convenient.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you are concerned with um, uh, um, people who have older ages,
Um,
right?
yes, it can, maybe it can um, can combine the computer, or yes, can combine IT systems, and we can use the app or use, yes, such as the device as app, and we can get our gifts or brand news easier.
Mhm. Okay, so I agree so that they would not be too tired to go, or when they have their mall visits, right? Like if they would buy something from the mall, they won't be tired, or they won't be too tired in looking around, picking the things that they like. Okay, so that would be great. So this time let us have number 3, okay? What should it offer its customers? So besides, or when a 21st century department store is modern, with bright hall and a nice service, also with a more convenient way of shopping, like incorporating the IT system, what should it offer its customers?
Mm, I think it should offer a good service, and also a, a good quality of products, and as I just said, the convenience ways for the customers.
Mhm. Okay, so it should offer a good service and good quality of products for the customers. So it doesn't matter sometimes when the place is well lighted, or yes, of course it matters, but most likely it is in the good service and good quality of products that customers would um, make themselves satisfied.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter when your place or the place is great, but the service is not good. Say they will just give a bad review about that when they are not satisfied, right?
Yes, I think the good services are the most important. Uh,
Yes.
Even in the department store or in other retail business, or in restaurants, good services is always the most important thing.
hmm Yes, and I think also honesty matters, right? The honesty
Yes,
of the certain establishment, because I don't know if it or if this happens with your country or in your country, but here there is a certain mall. I've seen that one in Facebook. There is a certain mall who posted for a sale. I don't know the percentage of the sale. So one customer opted to buy a certain product in um, a lower price. He thought that certain product was being or is being sold at a lower price. But what surprised him when he saw um, the original tag was it is in a lower price than the sale price. Okay, so he was surprised, and he thought that that department store, that certain mall, was not honest to the customer. So I think honesty is good. right? Because um,
Yes.
it would not, or if you are honest to your customers, then they will always get back to you. Like if they have
Yeah.
something to buy, they will always go back to you because you know, or they know that you have or good quality of products with a good service. So that customer was not really satisfied and even posted it so that people would be aware of that certain department store's scheme.
Yes. That's
Does it
correct.
happen to your um country?
Mm, I think in Taiwan, um, mm, treat to the situation of cheating to customers um, is also is also the um, um, is also be um, accused, but I don't know what's happened to the laws of Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
Those businessmen who cheating to customers won't be uh, won't be hard punished. And so
They won't be hardly punished.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
so there mm, there are many cheating cases in Taiwan in these years, and
Yeah.
I can say the Taiwanese um, is used to is the Taiwanese are forgettable. Yeah, um,
Um. Mhm.
many people will uh, at the first time many people will blend the will will denounce the company, the cheating company, but after many half a half year or many a years later, they will forget what did the company do and also still continue uh, and also still buy the things of that company
You will.
continuously. Yes.
Okay, continually. So they are not, or your government is not that strict with those laws or customers' rights, right?
Yes.
Okay, I see. So I hope that it would change as years go by because that is very important actually. So it would protect the rights of the customers and also it would protect the image of the store or the department store that you will be having. So I
Yeah.
think that would just change. Now, this time, do you have any questions with our change in retailing exercise A?
No, I don't have any question about exercise A.
Okay, now this time, let us have exercise B. Now read the article. What are the names of the two U.S. department stores mentioned in the article? So I can see that you have already your answer here, but
Yes.
then let us read it again. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we will read. Yes?
Sorry, I said okay.
Okay, so this time we will read U.S. department stores launch counterattack. So let us see what is that counterattack. That is by Lauren Foster. So let's start as consumers.
As consumers demand better value and a more interesting and stimulating experience while shopping, department stores face a clear choice: adapt or die. My concern is that they will become retail uh, mu-
Museums.
museums. Sorry,
Museums.
museums. I always think pronunciation of German.
Okay, it's
German.
okay.
Okay. Museums, says Fritz Bremer, chairman of America's research group. The bottom line is that they have to admit they are in trouble and figure out some way to reinvent themselves. This may help to explain why 4 times as many households visit discount stores as department stores. Department stores face mounting competition from specialty retailers and discounters such as Walmart and Target. The steady loss of market share may be partly because the concept was born in a different era, a time when, for families, a trip to the stores combined shopping with in, inter, with an with entertainment. What if
Entertainment.
entertainment? Okay. What is needed, say retail experts, is a new approach. A typical example of this approach is seen as Selfridges. This UK group has recased itself from a sleepy 1970s style in department store into a retailing experience fit for the 21st century, says Wendy Lippman, president of WSL Strategic Retail. Strategic.
Okay, strategic.
Okay, strategic.
Okay, very good.
One of the main changes is that more floor space is rented to vendors, in what is sometimes referred to as the showcase business model. Vendors design their own booths and are encouraged to be creative. The South, should I keep going?
Yes.
Okay. The Selfridges model, says Peter Williams, CEO of Selfridges. Selfridges is about creating an experience that is new, interesting, and different, where it is not just the product that is different. He says the problem with US department store is that they all look the same. Honor Anson, a consultant, believes Selfridges could be a prototype for failing US department stores. It has brought back excitement and novelty, and is really seducing. Okay, it's really seducing customers by developing the right merchandise in the right quantities at the right time. Federated, which owns Macy's and Bloomingdale's, appears to be moving in the right direction. 42 stores are being upgraded with the latest components of its reinvent strategy, including enhanced fitting rooms, convenient price check devices, comfortable lounge areas, computer kiosks, and shopping carts. The challenge department stores face is how to develop it in a sector that is essentially not growing, but if they adapt, many industry observers believe they will survive. The department store is not dead, it will live on, said Robert Tamilia, professor of Marketing at the University of Quebec,
Quebec.
but it Quebec, but it will not be the same animal it was before.
Okay, very good. So that is from the newspaper Financial Times. Okay, so this time I can see that we don't have much time left, right?
Yes.
Yes, so we will just discuss, okay, this article in the next lesson, the next session that we will have, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so please note the mispronounced words that we have here and also the corrections that we have earlier, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much. Have a great night. Goodbye.
Thank you, Teacher Deann. Good night.
Good night.